a little while ago, we made a video where we got the cheapest mug press we could find, unboxed it on camera, and I shared my honest opinions with you guys. And apparently you guys liked that video. I had fun making it, so we're gonna do this again, this time with a heat press. So we went on Amazon.com and we found the cheapest press we could find. At the time of this video, it was right about 120 bucks. And it's a 12 by 10 inch heat press. Now, just for full transparency, again, at the time of this video, our most affordable press is the M-Press 9 by 12 inch heat press. It's about $250 and it does ship for free. But I'm gonna show you guys, actually, I'm gonna unbox this right now and I'm gonna share my honest opinions with you. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have, all right, so we do have some instructions here. All right, I'm gonna put those away. We'll show those off in a second. I got some other stuff here, I'm not sure what it is. So, oh, okay, some assembly required. Gotcha. Okay. And everything looks to be intact, so I'm going to, there we go, pull that out. I don't know what this is. Broken piece of something. The pack, oh yeah, there's definitely. Now I don't know to blame the packaging or to blame whoever shipped this, but I'm gonna be completely honest, this is like the most basic cardboard box ever. This styrofoam seems to be all right. I'm gonna give their packaging a C at that's just my first impression. Could it have been better? Yes. Was the damage due to the poor packaging or the carrier? I don't know. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it, and then we're going to take it out of this. It's not very heavy, which I suppose is pretty good. I can easily lift it with one hand. Ooh. That is not a smooth operation. You hear it shuddering. You see it? A little bit of lube, industrial lubricant, like some white lithium grease, right? I could feel it. So on most heat presses, this part, on a brand new press, it should be covered in grease. You feel it, it's a little gross. This is like almost bone dry. Explains all right there. And there is a little bit of assembly required. Not a terrible thing. For comparison, the heat presses from Heat Press Nation, like if we were, showing off the M-Press 9 by 12, you'll notice that that comes fully assembled and ready to press. This one, I can just see, slides on right there. So I guess that's not the end of the world. I'm not like totally turned off by that. I'll plug that in right now. And now I imagine we have to, here we go. So we got a 4-pin connector. That goes right. And if you're asking how I know how to do this, I have a zillion years of heat press experience. And so it's just, for me, it's a little intuitive. I'm sure if you've never used a heat press before, you will definitely want to consult the instructions. And so this is a good time for me to see, would this even be covered in the instructions? Like, it shows you where everything is and what it does, but it doesn't give you clear instructions. So if you didn't know, and again, I have lots of heat press experience. So if you didn't know that the brain went like attached right here, or at the cable plugged in right here, you could be sitting staring at your new heat press for a little while before you figured things out. Okay, so it swings out of the way. Okay, it did come with these 2 little non-stick Teflon sheets. That's pretty cool, I guess. I'm not 100% sure where this came from. Like, if I'm being totally honest, like there's a broken piece of something that I pulled out of the box, and I haven't. Give me a second. I just want to make sure I don't want to like have anything broken. Oh, okay, so the base right here. Oh, this is one of the feet. Okay, so this thing has a plastic base, which I'm going to show you guys right here. So these feet, I guess they formed the base, and this foot came broken. I wouldn't put a plastic base on there. So that's really going to knock down some points for me as far as like my thoughts on the overall construction of this thing. I don't like that. I really don't. Rubber feet. Rubber feet. It's like almost like a standard on a heat press. Overall construction otherwise, I guess it's okay. It looks all right. I don't know why it has 2 pads on the bottom. This feels usually like ours are like silicone. This feels more like a thin, light foam. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what this extra one. This looks like the thing that you put under your carpet when you're installing carpet. I'm just going to put that off to the side. I don't know what that's for. Everything looks good. I feel like it gets a good pressure. Okay, so we're going to turn it on. Now, I don't see a sensor to trigger the timer, so I'm going to assume the timer is triggered manually. I see a red button in the back. I shall show you. I don't know what this button does. So, give me a second. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, because the bit... Oh, okay, that's a cool feature. It does come on a slide-out tray. It's a little shaky. That's cool. I'm going to be honest. You know me. I love me a good slide-out tray. It's a little... Oh, so that's... Okay, that's interesting. I'll show you that right now. Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't lining up. Oh, that makes sense. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Okay, so when you slide it back in, you have to be careful to not slide it in too far. I'm going to turn this to the side so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry. It should be right here. When you slide it in, if it slides too far, your heating element's not going to line up. So be careful. Oh, it's just, okay, so it's just metal on a track with no stoppers. Okay, that's interesting. Let me try to put this back. Okay, we do not have this problem with Heat Press Nation slide-out drawers. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, ours are on a very good quality sliding. We call it the drawer because it's on a sliding track like a drawer. It has stoppers, so it stops right where it's supposed to. It doesn't overshoot. And then it has stoppers going this way so you don't accidentally pull it out like how I just did. So they get a B for effort. It's a good idea, but the execution is just, geez, D-. I'm sorry. I really want to be nice. I love a good slide-out drawer, and I hate a bad one. So I'm going to pull this back over. Now, again, back to the plastic feet. Because it's broken, it's like easily, it's just sliding and slipping. I would really love some rubber feet on this. It looks like it's heating up. I can actually feel it getting hot. So let's see. I don't know how to start the timer. Maybe the instruction manual will tell me. Or if there is a timer. Let's see. We go set. Okay, that's the temperature. Okay, that's the timer. Celsius or Fahrenheit. Oh, okay, there we go. So if you hit the down button, that'll start your timer. And you hit it again, and that'll stop it. Okay. So manual timer. So basically, and for comparison, on our press, we do have a manual timer as well. So I'm not totally opposed to it, especially on an affordable press. So yeah. Start the timer, stop the timer. It is heating up. Yeah, so I guess these instructions. Overall quality. So this is like the only well-built part of the whole thing. The arm, let me show you. This arm, this looks like a good piece of metal. If they had a little bit of lubricant right here on this shaft, this would be a decent handle from what it looks like. Everything else, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I really want to be nice. Now, will this heat press a t-shirt? It probably will. So, does it work? Probably. I hate this. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off because I don't want to get it super hot and burn myself. So, my overall thoughts on this, I'm just going to kind of go down the line. The instructions are actually decent. Where they really messed up is they didn't talk about how you slide this part on and off and how you attach it. If someone has never used a heat press, that's a really big deal. It didn't even mention in the description that it has the slide out bottom tray. So that was like a surprise for me. I wasn't expecting that, but if we're going down the line, the instructions, they're decent. They don't have that, so it's a really big fail. If C is a passing grade, the instructions get a D. That's a big deal to miss something like that. How to assemble your heat press if there's any assembly required. So they're gonna get a D for me on that. On the quality, like, dude, I mean, these plastic feet, this tray that just slides completely out, and it's loud, and I'm sure that's only gonna get worse. You're gonna have to keep that lubed up. And I can't even put it back. There we go. Overall quality, I'm sure it'll heat press a t-shirt. The ease of use, not that great. So overall build quality, like, I'm gonna say it barely passes, C-. Now here's where this machine absolutely fails in my book. So, just like with the mug press, this is an Amazon heat press, and when you need support, it's not there. Now, you have Amazon's 30-day return period. So if you have an issue with the sale, like you didn't get it, it was shipped to the wrong address, you got it and it was damaged in shipping. So like this they'll cover. Honestly, they're so cheap. I'm guessing that they're probably just going to send me a whole new one and ask me to throw this one away. That's how cheap these things are. So things like that is covered within 30 days by Amazon. So we're probably going to get a refund for this machine. Now, after 30 days, I would be completely out of luck. So if I'm on day 31 and another one of these plastic feet breaks, I'm out of luck. That's it. I'm going to have to figure out my own way. I'm going to have to go to Home Depot and maybe try to find some rubber feet that I could swap out and attach on here. I'm out of luck. If anything breaks after 30 days, you are done. There is nothing this seller is going to do. Much like the mug press, this heat press seller sells multiple things. They're not a heat press specialist. They just happen to sell heat presses. So if you had a question on how to, oh man, I'm almost tempted to email them and ask them how. But if you had a question on how to attach the head unit to it, if you have a question on how to heat press a t-shirt, they're very likely not going to be able to help you because they're not heat press people. They are Amazon people. And to contrast that, when you purchase a heat press from Heat Press Nation, we back it up with our 1-year warranty and free lifetime technical support. So even if you have this machine for 10 years, or not this machine, sorry, our machine, the Heat Press Nation machine, even if you have that one for 10 years, give us a call and we can help you with our technical support team. Our parts are priced very reasonably, so you're able to repair your own machine with our parts, your Heat Press Nation machine, again, not this one, with our parts. So that, to me, that's such a huge contrast. So the support for this one gets a big fat F-. And because support is such a huge part of buying machines for your business, because of that F-, that's actually going to bring this machine all the way down to an F. It's going to fail. Sorry. Like if this was like an A+ build quality with F support, I'd meet in the middle and I'd give it an overall C grade. But because this thing barely passes on build quality and it has terrible non-existent support, I'm sorry, I gotta flunk it. I really do. It doesn't make me happy. I was really hoping for something a little bit better. But then again, at $120, you get what you pay for. You really, really do. So last thing I'm gonna say is, do you wanna buy 1 or 2 heat presses? Because even if this one does work out, I guarantee you within a year or less, if your business works, you're gonna upgrade and buy a new heat press anyways. If this thing fails, you're gonna buy a new heat press anyways. So do you wanna buy 1 or 2 heat presses? I don't know. But let me know in the comments if you guys have had good experiences with your Amazon heat presses. I honestly wanna hear about them. Put those in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.